Hey besties. Okay, so we are back with the Origins Legacy Challenge, which for now consists of making some more Sims because we have to start with 4 families, and I really wanted to put effort and time and thought into these families because I really do want to try rotational gameplay, and there's like a little bit of prep work to do with this challenge. So this current family is a family I talked about in last video. These are the Owen family. They are the richest family so far out of the 4 families, and it consists of the father, who we're making right now, and he is a handy person, and the mother, who's a writer, and their son, who is an artist. And so I sort of went in and established some skills because I know technically in the rules it says that it's not allowed like to cheat for like skills or careers or anything, but I definitely did that for these Sims. As far as like their career, I did not cheat his career because like he's not really like making the money, like the money is definitely coming in from his wife. And I like set up everybody's ages and everything, and I also gave them like some base skills because I think the 3 of the families that have like actual families have been here for a little bit longer than that like single sim that I'm gonna make in the next video. And so they have like more money and they have like a little bit more history, and so I just gave them just sort of a little bit of something because like they're old, you know, like they range in age from like 20 to I think 70. So like, you know, like they've lived their life a little bit, so I want them to have some kind of skill that matches their interests, and I gave everybody basically like level 5 for like whatever their little interests were and we can just build from there with like gameplay and stuff. But it was really fun like going in and like setting up the holidays and stuff because there are like custom holidays that go along with this challenge, and so I was able to delete all of the ones from the calendar, which I don't think I've ever done. Like I've never customized the calendar ever. So it was very like freeing actually being able to delete those holidays and put in like my own holidays. And so there's like Founders Day and like Spring Clean. I think it's Spring Clean or Summer Clean. It's basically like a day where everybody cleans, but also you as the creator go in and clean up like households and take new photos and whatnot and just like update everything. And I'm assuming going to be quite a bit of that because there are 4 families and it only will get more like intertwined and complicated as I actually play in the save. It'll be very interesting to see like how this progresses and like what I can unlock and what I can't unlock, because literally the town is so empty right now. It's literally just like 4 houses and a cemetery, like, and that's it. There's literally nothing else, and so I'm pretty excited to just like actually start playing. But like I gotta get these Sims out, like, you know what I mean? Like I gotta put the effort in and create these Sims, and I already sort of have an idea for like what to do with gameplay, which probably be in next video, because next video will really just be making that single Sim that I didn't make. We built our house in this video, and I kind of like doing this like multi Sims media video where it's like building and casts and gameplay. Like I really like that idea, and I could really do it with this particular challenge because there's always something happening, or like somebody that you need to create, or just something. There's like tons of management, which I love doing. Like I love micromanaging my Sim. But like not necessarily what they do, because I like playing like with wants and whims or whatever they're called. I really like them leading me as far as gameplay goes, but I do like micromanaging like their outfits and who they marry and like everything else, like very specifically. So I feel like I should like rotational gameplay because that's kind of what that is. And I think we're going to start playing with the next family that we make in this video after the brief build intermission. I think because I'm going to share the little like chaos role that I got, and so I got, let me bring it up so I can get you the actual like wording of it. Okay, so we got the unexpected visitor chaos roll. So basically that means that an outsider sim arrives and stays for a few days, which could spark drama or romance, but the sim won't live anywhere. So if you can romance them or add them to one of your families through storytelling, that's kind of the vibe, right? And I have an idea and it's gonna make a lot more sense when we get to the next family. But this family is very chill. They're not really snobby, but like they do like stuff. They really do like purchasing things. Like I think that's very apparent in how they dress. I think the husband is a little bit less materialistic. Like I think he's very like casual man, you know. I don't think he really cares for clothing, and that's why I dressed him like that. And he's like very okay with being a handy person, and he works really well with the like patriarch of the next family that we make, again after the build intermission. They're literally in their little handies are us group. That's what I named it. I feel like that's what the company would be called. And so for right now it's just those two working there. So, and that's also what I did when I was like prepping. I made groups, and groups are so handy because obviously there are like actual careers because you have to like assign them careers, but I also made like certain careers into groups also. So if I want to do a little bit of like real world play as far as their jobs go, I can. And so I thought the idea of that's just very interesting. And so this is their son, and I wanted him to be like the golden child because he's the only child. That's kind of it. Like his mom is very one and done, but like technically when I looked in their like simology panel, the father would love to have another kid, but the mother's very much like, no, this is it. Like like their son is so grown, like she's not trying to go through all that again. Like that's not, no. And so therefore he is like the golden child of this family, and he's very spoiled, like super spoiled. And that's why he gets to like pursue art, not even like seriously. He just like has fun and does whatever he wants, and he just doesn't have to worry about money because they're very rich. So and so now we're in the build intermission section, and I found this particular build. I actually took a screenshot this time, everyone cheer, so I can tell you exactly who made this house, and it was perfect. Like it was absolutely perfect. She's on a 20 by 15 lot, and I wanted it to be kind of shabby, but like not super shabby, but like kind of shabby. But the outside was so pretty, and I found this like tire swing on Tumblr the other day, and it was kind of the perfect time to use that, actually, like perfect time. And it works, and it's really cute. Like I really like it. There's like a little bit of clipping, but like I don't really mind. It's very cute, and I didn't want it to be anything too fancy because I'm thinking that the sim will be very like reduce, reuse, recycle, you know. And so I don't think that she's really into buying like super fancy brand new things. Like I think she's very much about like making her own stuff, or like finding her own things, or like thrifting them. Like I don't think she is super into brand new things all the time. And yeah. So I liked those boots, but I think these rain boots would be more likely what she would wear. I was just basically going in because I did a really good job of like making this, because I wanted like a shotgun house, because I wanted them, like these houses, to feel authentic to Willow Creek. and have like a New Orleans sort of vibe to them. I think the only house that doesn't really have that vibe is the Owens house. But like, it's just a big house. Like, that's really all that matters. Like, I don't think that they're New Orleans natives. Like, I don't think they are. I think they probably just like bought a property and then redid it and didn't really care about the style to match like the local houses. So that kind of makes sense for them. I don't know. It makes sense. But this one came with like a kid's room, which she does not need right now. So I just made it into a like study area, I guess. And our bedroom's really fun. Like, I like that. But I also didn't want to spend too much money. Not that we're in like the mode that actually spends money, but I just didn't want her to have too like fancy of a bedroom because she's really supposed to be the poorest family in the world right now. So I didn't really want to give her too much stuff, especially not like new stuff. Like, I really wanted her to be in like her shabby chic era. And so like there's tons of like really beat up looking furniture in her house, which I love. I really love that. I don't get to do that a lot. So my goal for this legacy is really just to embrace things that I don't really do ever and try to do as many new things as I can. So that way I can like actually have fun and want to sort of stick to something because it'll be something new. Like, that's sort of what I'm thinking, right? Because I know that I am like not consistent with like legacy challenges and stuff. I don't really like give up, but like I don't post as frequently with gameplay. So I really want this to be something that's like not too difficult to just sort of play, because there's no like real script, you know what I mean? Like, and there's always going to be something chaotic because you have to roll that little like chaos wheel every 7 days, or sometimes sooner, depending on like what the thing is. So it's like, I think this should be fun, and I won't be stuck with like the same Sims because it'll be a different household each time, or sometimes like multiple households in like one video. Like, I think the concept of that would be really entertaining for me. And so this is the third household, almost at the end of the cash journey, at least for right now. And so my sort of backstory for this family, which I will have to eventually officially write a backstory for each household because that's like part of the challenge. And I never use that feature like ever, so I will eventually have to do that. But this family, I want them to be like indigenous Salvadorians, because I think that's interesting. I always forget that world exists because it's still like shackled to like vacation worlds. And I really wish that they would have freed it. Like, that in Granite Falls would have been so much more impactful to have just as world you could live in. And also would have sort of righted their wrong as far as like the way that they treated South America specifically in that pack, and like the way that they sort of commodified it. I don't know, it would have been kind of nice, but you know, maybe there's something in like the code or something that makes it impossible for them to do that. I don't know, but that's this family. And so this Sim is the patriarch, and he is a Haiti person, and I believe we make his sister next, and it's like his younger sister. So like, I used the timelines mod. Basically, like, you can assign your Sim an actual like age and you can change it as like they progress. So like, they're both technically adults, but like, he's definitely older and he looks older. So I like sort of being able to view them through age. It really does help you sort of get a bit more attached to Sims too. I don't know, but it's just fun. So like, he is a Haiti person. He's very like content with his life, but his sister is a little younger and she still apparently wants to have a family. So I'm sort of keeping an eye out, and it may or may not be attached to that like chaos wheel spin that we got, like the unexpected visitor. I kind of have an idea for that. And I'm hoping it works, because obviously they don't like each other. Like, I'm not gonna force them to like each other, but like, I think it could be interesting in that way, because like, the problem with her is that she's older. Like, she is older, and there's nothing, well, I would say there's nothing wrong with an age gap relationship, but depending on the age gap, yes. And I don't necessarily think that there would be anything wrong with like her maybe exploring like the other people in the town, but there's not that many people right now. You know what I mean? And I feel like they're all really young. And I don't think that that's really something that she would be okay with. And the people who aren't young are old and married, or she's related to them. You know what I mean? It's a very tough position to be in right now for her. And so I was really excited when we got that like spin, because that kind of gives her a way to explore that and maybe even move out into like another house that like the community can fund. The Owen family have like a lot of money in the bank. So like she doesn't have to have like a super expensive house, but like because every lot has to be funded by the town and like the households in the town, perhaps they could do a little something there. I don't know. But that's only if like everything goes smoothly. And so I have an idea for the unexpected visitor in mind, but I'm thinking because they already started like generating random sims, I may just try to pick a random sim and give that sim a makeover and see what happens. And I like that. I like the unpredictability of the challenge. I think that's why it keeps me sort of engaged, because I really have to think about backstory and stuff. Like I want them to feel like not real, but like as real as possible. I kind of always do that with my Sims, but like especially these Sims, because they're like literally the founders of this sort of like settlement, not the town, because that's a little strange to say. I don't know. I always just get like icky vibes about colonization. Not that this is that, but like, you know. And so I feel like this is Willow Creek, but like maybe like a sister neighborhood that is like very new and under construction. And again, like they're trying to create a town next to Willow Creek. And they didn't discover the town, but like, you know, somebody rich owned the land, and so they started like parceling it up. And that's how all of these families got there. I feel like that's kind of a little bit better in my mind. That makes a little bit more sense. And so like everyone just sort of moved here because they had like houses. The houses just kind of doing a lot of work in the sentence. They had a house for everyone with their like perfect budget in mind. So I think that makes sense for them. But I got really attached to this family. Like I really like how they look. And they're like their vibes and everything. And they're like, so now that I sort of have an idea of like every family and or every family is kind of already done or close to done, the Owens are definitely top. Like they probably have like $20,000 in the bank right now to spend. And then I would say the Jong family, they probably have like 12,000. I wouldn't say 12,000 because everybody in that household has a job, which everybody has a job period, but like they have jobs that kind of pay well. Like their mom is a babysitter, so like that's kind of a part-time job, so it doesn't pay as well. But like the siblings have like jobs, and if they don't have jobs, they have like something else that they're doing to make money. So like I feel like 12,000 probably is a good a good sort of ballpark for them to have. And then there's this family, and I want to say they have like 8,000. Probably like 8,000 in the bank. Like they're not like super rich, but they're not super poor. And then I want my single sim to have like $500 in the bank. She's also going to be a criminal. I think it'll be interesting because she's not necessarily going to be a bad person, but she's just going to be a criminal as her career. And I never used a criminal career ever. And so I'm thinking, I'm connecting the dots. I think it'll be interesting. I don't know. And I'm just sort of excited to play it to see how it goes because we're sort of just setting things up right now. And that's what I'm trying to like go through as quickly as possible. So like everything is like really spread out for these like first two, and probably like the majority of the next one, because it'll just be like I think 2 cast sessions and then hopefully gameplay. I don't believe I need to set up anything else, so I think yes. It'll just be like 2 super quick single sim cast sessions and then straight into gameplay. So it'll actually be very practical. But like these past 2, like I've been like super zooming through like the cast and stuff because I just want to sort of get to it. And because like we're actually playing with the Sims, I get to like introduce them more as we play. Like normally when I'm like just making a Sim, I'll like really explain everything about them and like their aesthetic and their life and stuff. But like, I'm never playing with those Sims. Like, they're just sort of there, and then like I put them up for download sometimes, and you know, you guys do what you want with those Sims. Like, with these Sims, like I'm actually gonna play with, so like it makes more sense to sort of go more in depth later, and just give you like a little bit of like what their family is about now. And yeah, I did get really attached to the Sim. I like the Sim a lot. I think she's really cool, and she's a chef. She works with Boa from the Zhang family, and yeah, I'm really just excited to start building stuff because I really want that bakery. That like restaurant bakery. Like, we can do so much, you know, there's so much potential. I'm just like excited to see how it goes and where it goes. And then these screenshots, I took them in front of their houses, and I really like this family. They just have so much like character and personality. I love it. But let me know what you guys think of The Sims, and I'll see you in the next part.